Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
White flag one more time around. One final trip out of turn number 4. Checkered in the air for Trevor Drew.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park, ready to get back to racing. It's been a few weeks since we've seen you, race fans. We hope you are all doing well, that's for sure, because, well, I saw that some of you guys got bummeled by a bunch of snow, and I saw the rest of you guys, well, you got to go hang out in Florida. A lot of those Full Throttle Motorsports drivers headed down to Florida, and, of course, well, our friends over at G-Stone Motors also heading down there to Florida. Saw an interesting fact. One driver that, well, participated in 13 out of the 15 nights of racing. Justin Stone of the G-Stone Motors participated in 13 out of those 15 dirt car races down there, from UMP Modifieds, the big block Modifieds, and, well, that's a lot of racing. And a lot of racing is getting ready to happen here tonight. Well, like I said, it's been a while since we've seen you. You saw the promotion from our friends over at High Side there. They got that sweet promo that you get to watch every week going forward. Who was the last time winner we were out here? Well, Trevor Giroux for Canada was able to head to victory lane, but the Americans had the last laugh in the Olympics when they were able to pick up that, well, gold medal in hockey. How about that one, race fans? So Trevor Giroux was the last winner out there. Who's the points championship leader coming in? Well, it's a dead heat. You wouldn't believe it. Chad Lackey and Trevor Giroux. They have a 41-point lead over Sam Bachman. So those are the drivers we will be watching here over the next few weeks, because it's going to come down, well, to who has the most points at the end, right? We have it right here tonight at Volusia. Then we go to Knoxville, Lanier, Volusia, Charlotte, and then Oswego. I had to get it up there. I knew the first couple coming at us. And then, of course, you start writing like chicken scratch. That's what we had here. So, just a handful of races left to crown a champion here in season number 4. Who will do it? Well, we don't know. That's why we all show up here on a Tuesday night. Drivers so far, bunch of drivers having 2 victories this season. Chad Lackey, Trevor Giroux having 2. Matt Barber has 2 this season. Clay Christopherson also has 2. And how about Rylan Banks, the rookie, picking up his first ever victory this season? Those are the drivers that have gone to victory lane. Who will join them in the final handful of races? 22 drivers have showed up here tonight in our return back to racing. Barber right now has the quick time here in our qualifying session. We'll see if he can continue to hold off. One driver out there, the 41 of Tyler Neff, is still continuing his way around the speedway. So we shall see. And I said that, and I looked back over at the scoring monitor, race fan. Tyler Neff going to pick up his first pole of the season. He'll have a good starting spot here once we get ready to go racing. We got to thank our friends over at G-Stone Motors in Middlebury, Vermont, though, your certified Ford dealer. You need a new Ford? Well, race fans, there's only one spot to go. It's still snowy season here in the Northeast, right? Still a few more weeks of winter. Well, you need one of those four-wheel drive vehicles. G-Stone Motors has it. If they don't have it on the lot, race fans, times have changed throughout, well, the entire world. You can always order it. G-Stone Motors would be more than happy to sit down with you and spec out a perfectly brand new Ford F-250. Yes, a Ford F-250. To get you through the snowy months. And, well, think about it this way. It's not just the snow. It gets you up and down to the racetrack, and it even pulls that, well, nice toy hauler of yours. But hey, what do you say we put the cars out onto the speedway, race fans, because this is what you came to see racing here at Volusia. Starting lineup here tonight for heat race number 1, brought to us by our friends over at the Super Dirt Car Series. Starting on the front row here, though, for heat race number 1, it's car number 66, has 2 wins to the season. That'll be Chad Lackey. He is your points championship leader coming in. The driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, driving car number 7, that'll be Anthony Roselli. Roselli will start P2. Starting to the inside of row number 2, driving the number 17, that'll be the Billings Motorsports number 17 of Shane Billings. He had the quick time, and we inverted him back to the 4th spot. The Excel Sim Sport number 41 of Tyler Neff. Neff back there in car 41. How about the Thunder Ridge Racing number 28 of Jeff Sharp? He'll roll from 5th with Logan Wentz making his return. It's been a while since we saw the driver out of the Full Throttle Motorsports entry. He'll start back in 6th. And how about the driver out of Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, car number 35, that'll be Harold Klump in car 35. Barry Wallace back here behind the wheel of car number 10. He'll start back there into the 210 entry. Wallace in 210 will start in 8th. That's your 8-car starting lineup brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series, your premier Modified Series. So looking at it out there, that is 8 cars, 8 laps the distance. 8 cars, 8 laps the distance. Who do you have here in heat race number 1? Should have 3 heat races here tonight. So who do you got here? Pace truck down and off the racing surface, ready to go here tonight. Green flag up. Lackey will fire it off. Here we go at Volusia. Great start down on the inside. Driver having some problems as they're making it 3 wide momentarily. That was the number 7 of Anthony Roselli. Roselli had some problems on the initial start. He'll drop back to the 3rd spot. The opening lap goes to the number 66 of Chad Lackey. Lackey leads Billings, Roselli, Neff, Wallace, Sharp, the top 6. Klump and Wentz. Wentz got tangled there on the opening lap. His number 18 is back a few positions. Little moment there for the number 17 of Shane Billings. Billings caught the wall. Roselli down to the inside. He'll throw a slider. Here comes the 41. Can Tyler clear? Also, he will. You opened up the hole, and we ran through it like a running back. 1 car down to the infield. Down to the number 18 of Logan Wentz. Wentz will pull it to the infield. His heat race here tonight will be done. So it looks like 22 cars. Wentz will be able to make the feature coming up just a little bit later on. Here comes the Fusion number 41. Tyler had the quick time in that qualifying session, trying to get to the top spot here to get himself a great starting spot in our feature. 3 cars, though, battling for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position onto the speedway. Roselli, Neff, and Billings is how they are. Oh, a moment there for Billings in car number 17. Wibble wobbly and out of shape, looking like I'm out there swatting bees. That'll allow Wallace in the number 210 entry, the Octane number 210, to come into this battle. Chad Lackey, though, with 2 laps to go. He'll see it this time out of turn 4 to be the popsicle sticks into the air. It'll be 2 more times around here as Lackey has led them all. Lackey out front, still Roselli. He seems like he now has a stranglehold on as the white silk is in the air. So can Lackey hold on? Would be his 2nd. Second heat race win of the season to be Lackey, Roselli, Neff, Billings, Wallace, Klump, Sharp, and Wentz is how they all come across the line. Everybody here tonight with 22 cars signed in at Volusia will go ahead and make the feature. Getting ready for the 2nd heat race of the evening, and it looks like this. He is a champion here in the series, driving the 007, the Full Throttle Motorsports entry of Sam Bachman. Bachman will roll from P1. And he was the driver that picked up the win last time we were out, and he is your co-points series leader, the car number 75, out of Canada, Trevor Giroux. How about the driver out of upstate New York, driving the Heath Auto Repair number 4R? That'll be C.J. Levere. Levere in car number 4, rolling from P number 3. This is the Tessier Mechanical number 16 of Matt Barber. Barber rolling from 4th here tonight. Glenn Sharp back behind the wheel of car number 99. He'll roll from the 5th spot. And how about this guy? Driver out of Syracuse, New York, driving car number 79, the Super Dirt Car Series entry. That'll be Dean Reynolds. Reynolds in the 6th starting spot here tonight. Starting shotgun to the field, a brand new Swan setup shop. Swan Speed Shop entry. Car number 51, that'll be Clay Christopherson. Christopherson in car number 51, starting at the tail of the field. 7 drivers, 8 laps. We would normally go with 5 to qualify, but I told you, race fans, having 22 drivers last time I took a count. We will take all 22 drivers into our feature here tonight. We already know Lackey's going to have a good spot. Do we know of any of the other drivers here tonight that will park themselves on the front row? We're about to find out. When the heat race start on the front row, that's how this one's going to go. Pace truck down to the safety of pit road. Getting ready. The Super Dirt Car Series heat race number 2 is underway. Great start by the Super Dirt Car Series number 007 of Bachman down to the inside, but look at Giroux. Powerhouse around the outside in the Full Throttle Motorsports number 75T. Here comes Trevor Giroux. He'll pick up right where he left off. Giroux leading lap number 1 with Bachman, Barber, Reynolds. Christopherson already able to pick up 2 spots in the opening rotation. As Christopherson runs into the 5th spot, then it's C.J. LeVere and Glenn Sharp pulling up the tail of the field. Here comes C.J. LeVere. He'll get to the inside of the number 51. A little bit of a love tap there as he went down to the turn 1. That'll put Clay Christopherson back to running into the 7th spot and move C.J. LeVere into 5th. See if Clay Christopherson's able to get back on the whip here. But out front, it is still Giroux, Bachman, and Barber. You got a Canadian, an American, a Canadian, and, well, I guess we're claiming Dean Reynolds here for the USA. Good-looking car there for Bachman. You got the Super Dirt Car Series on one side, Swan Setup Shop on the other side. He'll go down to the bottom, 3 and 4, slider for the race lead. Bachman throws the slider, but a nice crossover move by Giroux. Here comes Barber now. Smells a little blood in the water. Can he get the 16 up a couple more spots? He's already picked up 1 here in this heat race. We're going to come by this time. We will see just 2 laps remaining. It'll be 2 more times around. So 2 more times around. Does Bachman have anything left in the tank? This time, the white silk is up. It's still Giroux. Bachman, no movement towards the back of the field here, so we're keeping it locked right at the front. Final trip through 3 and 4, right through the middle there for Giroux. Bachman goes top shelf. It'll be Giroux, Bachman, Barber, Reynolds, LeVere, Sharp, Christopherson. So Trevor Giroux having himself another solid heat race. Have a good starting spot for him. Final heat race of the evening will look like this. How about the Mr. Radiator, number 23 of Joey Lattisaur. He'll start P number 1 here in the final heat race of the evening. Starting to the outside of him, car number 76 out of Canada. That'll be Ryland Banks, a one-time feature winner this season. He'll start P number 2. Matt Stryker in car number 15 making his debut here with the series. Stryker piloting car 15 starting P number 3. And he's back on that part-time schedule. He must have got bored. Knocked the cobwebs off that old wheel. Here's the 39 of Mike Brewer. Here's the driver. Love to see this car out there onto the raceway. Car number 21, that'll be Rob Lowell. Lowell in car 21 starting back in P number 5. And driving the 09 entry, Ted York will start 6th. And how about this driver? It's the 04 of Brandon Guerin. Guerin in the 04, the BG Graphics entry starting 7th here on the field. Another star-studded heat race here brought to us by the Super Dirt Car Series. Super Dirt Car Series on board this year with the passing points in all of our heat races. Tally up those, well, passing points at the end of the season, and that driver is going to walk away with a championship within the championship. Believe last time I looked, well, where's the stat guy? Lost the stat on the passing points one. We're getting them for you, race fans. Don't worry, I'll find the piece of paper. It's on the desk. They're all scattered everywhere. This is what happens when you have kids, right? But hey, these boys out here tonight, these men, are ready to fire it off. Another 8 laps here. A big jump to the outside there for Banks. Banks on the loud pedal as the number 23 of Joey Lattisaur going to lose 1. He's going to lose 2 spots, possibly more. Here comes Stryker down to the inside. Car number 15, Stryker trying to get one early. Lap 1 will go to number 76 of Ryland Banks. Brewer battling for the race lead, though. Don't get to see Brewer here on a weekly basis anymore, but when he unloads out of the box, that number 39 is wicked fast. First 2 laps going to Banks, but Brewer is right there. Lattisaur still holding on to P number 3, holding off Stryker. And York just kind of lurking into the background. Gonna see 5 to go at the line for Banks and Brewer. Lattisaur almost catches a little bit of the catch fence that time on the entry into turn number 1. Here comes Mike Stryker. He'll strike to the inside. He'll put car 15 into P number 3 that time. So Banks, Brewer, Stryker, Lattisaur. Here comes Brewer. Tried to throw a half-hearted slider there, but Banks kept his right foot all the way down to the metal. He holds on. Brewer going to lose about 4 car lengths that time out of turn number 4. So Ryland Banks trying to run away. Can he make it happen here? Can they go 3 for 3 for Canada in the heat races? We'll see 2 to go this time. Taking a look back there, that is the 09 of Ted York. He's trying to wind it up and get that car a little bit farther front. Been able to pick up 1 spot since the drop of the green flag, but it's only good enough for the 5th spot currently. Brandon Guerin is right there also. The white silk is up for Banks. There you see him. He still has about a 4 car length lead over Brewer. So just trying to bring it home. There you see him as he works down the back straightaway on board here with the Super Dirt Car Series on-board camera. Checker flag this time out of turn number 3 and 4. It'll go to Banks. Banks, Brewer, Stryker, Lattisaur, York, Guerin, and Lowell. So Ryland Banks picking up another one. Good heat race there. That's just a little bit of a promo, race fans, of what you're about to see here tonight from these drivers as we get ready. We're going to turn the lights on. There you see it. Isn't it magic? So the lights are on. These drivers are getting ready. They're going to dust off the track just a little bit, dial in their setups one final time. We're going to head trackside, though, for that invocation here tonight, and we'll be back for feature racing from Volusia.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in
Our customers know the value of hard work, so we work hard to find them the right vehicle. G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here, race fans. You see the drivers are out onto the speedway, just dialing in the final touches here before they have to bring them in here, get a breather, and then we're going to throw them back out onto the speedway for 35 laps of feature racing here tonight at Volusia. Well, it's been Chad Lackey, Trevor Giroux, and Ryland Banks picking up those heat race wins. Who's going to pick up the feature, though? That's where the big points, the big check is paid out at the end of the night. We got to thank you, race fans, for tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch tonight's race, brought to us by G-Stone Motors, located in Middlebury, Vermont. Along with, well, all of our friends over at G-Stone Motors, we got to thank Admin Box for coming on board this season, along with Expert Installation, Mr. Radiator's Auto Service, the Super Dirt Car Series, along with High Side Promotions, BG Graphics, also on the tow here tonight. Without all of them, we wouldn't be here, race fans, because, well, where do we end up at the end of the season? Well, we end up with a super long, a super good one. Race at the Oswego Speedway for the season finale, 100 laps on March the 31st. That's our 16th and final scheduled broadcast of the season, so we can't wait for that one, only because it's 100 laps. We don't get to do 100 laps any other time of the year, except for at Oswego, and that's why we love it. Just like we love green flag racing, we're going to see that here in just a couple of moments, because here is your G-Stone Motor starting lineup for our feature. Snagging the pole with his heat race win here tonight, it's going to be the 66 of Chad Lackey. To the outside of him, car number 75T, it's going to be the Trevor Giroux entry. Giroux and Lackey, race fans, remember, they are tied for the points championship lead. Starting P number 3 to the inside of row number 2, that'll be car number 76, that'll be Ryland Banks. To the outside of row number 2, driving the Van Sickle Electric number 7 out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, that'll be Anthony Roselli. Roselli in car number 7. It's the champion from last season, the 007 entry, Full Throttle Motorsport, Sam Bachman. He'll start 5th with Mike Brewer. Car number 39 will roll from 6th. He had the quick time in our qualifying session earlier. Car number 41, that'll be Tyler Neff. Neff in car 41, starting 7th. How about the Tessier Mechanical, number 16 of Matt Barber, the driver from the north? He'll start P number 8. First ever feature start here, car number 15. That'll be Mike Stryker. Mike Stryker in car number 15, starting 9th. Shane Billings in car number 17 will roll from the 10th starting position here tonight. 11th, the driver out of Syracuse, New York, driving car number 79. That'll be Dean Reynolds. And the Mr. Radiator Auto Service. Car number 23 of Joey Lattisaur will start from number 12th starting spot. Barry Wallace making his first start of the season. Car number 210 will start 13th. Well, CJ LeVere in car number 4 will roll from 14th. Ted York back into the 15th. And Bethlehem, Pennsylvania's number 35 will Harold Klump in 16th. Glenn Sharp in 17th. Brandon Guerin, the 04 in 18th. Jeff Sharp in the number 28 starting in 19th. Clay Christopherson, he'll start back into the 20th starting spot. 21st will be Rob Lowell, and Logan Wentz, driver out of Pennsylvania, will start 22nd. That is your 22-car starting lineup here tonight, brought to us by our friends at G-Stone Motors, ready to go racing here in Florida. As the pace truck is off, the green flag is up. Let's go 35 laps. Great start by Lackey. He'll lead him down the back straight away here on the opening lap. It's Lackey. It's Banks, Giroux, Roselli, 3 wide. Banks to the inside. Inside one into the wall back there as the caution flag is going to wave here. First caution flag of the evening flying. It looks like the Billings Motorsports number 17 of Shane Billings has some damage on both sides. Oh, it looks like the left front wheel, we only have one, is a little crushed on the 17 of Billings. Take a look back here, see if we can get a good angle. There's the 17. Oh, contact. Stryker and Neff making contact, and Billings just nowhere to go. Right on board with the Super Dirt Car Series onboard camera with Shane Billings. Talk about hammered down and nowhere to go. And that's what he saw. So Billings is going to have to come down to the infield. Race fans, if you're a Shane Billings fan, don't worry. He does have a quick repair. Well, Roger, what is a quick repair? Great question, race fans. Since we're here on the great iRacing.com platform, these drivers are able to come down and get what's considered a backup car, a fresh car, a reset, and that's exactly what Billings is going to have to do. He'll come down to the service of the infield. He'll stop at his pit box. They'll give him a new car. He'll get back out there. Problem is, we're early in this one, race fans, and he does not have another, a gimme, and he's got to start tail end of the field. So there you see him at the back. That's the number 17 of Billings. He'll funnel himself in here, and then he'll have to methodically work his way through the field. Lights are off on the iRacing.com pace track, so we're ready to go back racing here tonight. 2x2 they will come. Lackey to the outside, Banks to the inside. Drew and Roselli, green flag, back into the air here tonight. Another great start by Lackey. Banks a much better start. He'll pull even down the back straightaway, side by side into turn number 3 for the race lead. Who will lead this lap back, as it's going to be a drag race? Give it to Ryland Banks. Banks able to lead that lap back to racing. It's 2x2x2, and no, they are not at Daytona, just to the east of us. An inside lane has some bite early here for Banks. He's able to lead another one. Roselli, though, making the outside work. He's just behind the race leaders. Trevor Giroux slipping a little bit in the 75T. He's able to pull back even, though, down the back straightaway. A lot of horsepower out of those Canadian Maple Leaf entries. As you saw, Chad Lackey just kiss the outside wall. He'll fall from battling for the race lead to 3 wide, battling for second, third, and fourth. Down the back straightaway, Lackey in the middle. Giroux down to the bottom side. The Van Sickle Electric. Number 7 of Anthony Roselli to the outside, and Brewer getting bounced around, and Brewer going to break a left front. Brewer breaks a left front. Everybody able to make their way around. We'll see if Brewer's able to get that car off the speedway, or if we have to go to the yellow flag here tonight. Everybody coming out of turns number 3 and 4. Here we come. Brewer not able to make it off the raceway. He will sit there and need a little assistance here, as the caution flag will come out for the second time here tonight at Volusia. But we saw the number 35 of Brewer sitting over there. Let's take a look and see. Brewer's down to the inside. Oh, he'll catch the inside wall out of turn 4. We'll have a couple different angles on this one. Right there. And Wheel, you found a fine time to leave me, didn't you? Not sure who the other car was that got involved there. I think that may have been the number 16 of Barber. We'll have to see. I'm being told that was the number 16 of Matt Barber that did get a little piece as he came by. There's the test here. Mechanical number 16 as he comes down the front straightaway. Barber being scored in the 7th position here. Not sure how much damage is on car number 16. Brand new paint scheme, by the way, on that number 16 here tonight for Barber. A lot of these drivers taking over the, well, we'll call it the 4 weeks that we had off. A lot of them went into the paint booth, so a lot of them here tonight had to put the old glasses on. Wasn't sure who was who. And no, it's not because I'm getting that old. Looks like we should be ready to go doubled up. Brewer has not made his way back out onto the racetrack here tonight. We'll see if he can tag the back here as we get the one to go doubled up. So it'll be Banks down to the inside with Roselli to the outside of him. It'll be Lackey and Giroux, Bachman and Reynolds, Barber and Ladisor, Lavere and Wallace. So Barry Wallace having a good showing in the 210. Back in 10th right now. Been able to pick up 3 spots since the drop of the green flag. Let's come back into the restart zone. After the second caution flag of the evening is wrapped up, here we go. Banks back to the loud pedal to see if Chad Lackey can get back to the top 2 running positions. He's back to 3rd. Down to the inside, trying to make a move on Anthony Roselli. Can he do it? Dean Reynolds creeping in the background. Couple drivers bouncing around. 3 wide. One of them going to go around. Caution flag coming out. I believe that was Wallace that was headed there to the... That is. There's the Octane, number 210 entry. Wallace was running in the 10th spot when we went back racing. See if he can get it turned around. It looks like he will. He'll beat the iRacing.com pace truck. Let's take a look here. Follow Wallace. He's the car to the outside. It looks like him and Brandon Guerin made a little contact. 3 wide, 4 wide, and Stryker nowhere to go. Wallace ends up there in the Juddy. And Stryker loses the left front. Brewer also involved. He was able to get back out onto the speedway, but Brewer involved. Right on board here, this is with Mike Stryker. Had to run to the outside and just, oh man, the hammer down, trying to get the power down of these 358 modifieds. Nowhere to go for Stryker as he went right into Barry Wallace. Not a night you wanted to have if you were Stryker or Wallace making your debuts here with the series. We'll see if both of them are able to get back out onto the raceway. Third caution flag here of the evening. Can you tell they're trying to knock the dirt off, the rust off a little bit here tonight? Looks like the lights are going to be going out quickly on the iRacing.com Silverado pace truck here. So double them back up. Banks has been able to take control here and has not left it go. It's Banks, Roselli, Lackey, Giroux, Bachman, Reynolds, Lavere, Barber, York, and Ladisor, the top 10 running positions. iRacing.com Silverado will make its way to the safety of the infield, and hopefully we don't see it anymore. Green flag back up. Here we go. Banks with another great start here. Giroux, though, getting a little high down in 1 and 2. Down in here in 3 and 4. He's going to have to defend because here comes Dean Reynolds in the number 79 Full Throttle Motorsports entry. He's got more paint schemes than hair on top of my head. But he hasn't changed it. He promised me all year running the purple number 79, and boy, is he stuck to it. Here comes number 16, though, Matt Barber. We talked about him earlier. How much damage did the Tessier Mechanical number 16 have on it? Well, he's sitting right here battling with C.J. Lavere. There's the Heath Auto Repair number 4R going around the outside. Haven't seen Lavere's plans for this summer. We'll call it the racing season, if you will. Haven't seen his plans posted anywhere. And hey, having a good showing here tonight. He's been able to pick up 7 spots since the drop of the green flag here tonight. Still got plenty of time. Working lap 12, 13 here. Uno, dos, tres, and everybody's tracing around the speedway trying to run down Ryland Banks. There's Banks out of turn 4. He's got Anthony Roselli right there on the bars. He'll pull away down the front straightaway, though. 2-3 car length gap from Banks back to Roselli as they caught turn number 1. It's still Lackey right there with Giroux. That's the top 4. As you see, Trevor Giroux, the only driver out of the top couple that are down around the bottom side of the speedway. You got to go all the way back here to Bachman to find the next driver that is out of line down around the bottom. It's Bachman trying to get around Laverde, who's trying to get around Reynolds. Top 4 have broken away from the field with just 19 laps remaining. That's the number 4, Brandon Garrett. He's been able to pick up 8 spots. He's inside the top 10 for the first time here tonight. He's trying to get spot number 9 away from Joey Ladasor. 2 drivers not able to make it back out onto the speedway. That's the number 21 of Rob Wall and the number 15 of Mike Stryker. Mike Stryker back being scored into the 22nd spot here tonight. 20 cars still out there onto the speedway with 17 laps remaining. Take a look at the top 4 that have broken away. Banks, Roselli, Lackey, and Giroux. Nobody has really pushed the envelope here. Giroux's kind of working that bottom lane, seeing if it comes in, as he'll be able to pull even with the Billings Motorsports number 66 of Chad Lackey. Can he make it work? Is he down there? Did he find something that nobody else has found just yet? He'll slip that time a little bit in the center of 3 and 4. And to give Lackey a little bit of a breathing room. Call it a half a car length, if you will. Or, well, just a half a car. Jeff Sharp locked in the battle, though. He's in the middle of this hornet's nest a little bit deeper into the field. There you see the number 28. There's the 17, Shane Billings, race fans. He's almost back to where he had started tonight's feature with 14 laps remaining. He's trying to make it 3 wide again. Billings trying to work his way. How about Logan Wentz? I do believe this is his first race of the season here with the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series. Wentz, a one-time very strong competitor weekly with the series. Oh, he'll get into the York entry, and around goes Billings. Billings going to go around, and that is what will bring out the 4th caution flag of the evening. Not what your top 4 wanted to see, because they had checked out and they were gone. Saw Wentz get into York, and around Billings went. Take a look at it. Watch the 18 Full Throttle Motorsports entry. They'll go down to the bottom. They were 3 wide, and just that little contact going to send the 17 around. Pretty harmless, though, if you are the 17 there of Billings. You should be able to tag the back and hammer down. So now after the 4th caution flag of the evening, what is Ryland Banks? He's been able to restart a couple times here. Did Chad Lackey learn something? Maybe Trevor Giroux, did he learn something here? You never know. But how about CJ Lavere? We talked about him briefly. Well, there he is in the Heath Auto Repair number 4. He has picked up 10 spots. It's the most spots any driver has gained here tonight in our feature. Started back in 14th. He's up to 4th. Still has a few laps. Can get a few more, right? Who else out there's been picking them up and putting them down? How about the BG Graphics number 4, Brandon Guerin? He's up 10. Started back in 18th. Logan Wentz, you just saw him wrapped up in that wreck. The driver out of Pennsylvania making his first start of the season. He's up 10 spots. Started shotgun to the field here tonight. 22nd starting spot for Logan Wentz. Lights are out. Double file restart here. It'll be Banks choosing the inside with Lackey to the outside. Inside row number 2 will be the number 75T of Trevor Giroux. Talked about it earlier that Lackey and Giroux are your 2 points championship leaders coming into the night. They have a 41-point lead over Sam Bachman, who was, well, our last season's champion. And then Bachman has a 4-point slim margin over Barber. Green flag back into the air here. 4th caution flag is wrapped up. Great start there once again by Banks. Banks, Lackey, Lavere, and Giroux as something happened to the number 7 of Anthony Roselli. It looks like his transponder has dropped here. 3 wide, though, for second. Here comes C.J. Lavera, high, wide, and handsome going around the outside here tonight. C.J. Lavera's got somewhere to go, and he's got to go there now. Look at that 4-car come to life. Down around the bottom, that's the 66 of Lackey. Lackey went from second to fourth. Giroux just kind of tiptoeing through the tulips down around the bottom side of the speedway at the line with 8 to go. How about Trevor Giroux? He is the new race leader in the Full Throttle Motorsports number 75 team. So it's Giroux, it's Banks, it's Lavere. That's the top 3, and Barber is hanging right there. That man's had an eventful night tonight. Bachman, Lackey, Guerin, Lattisaur, Reynolds, and Sharp are the top 10 as they run right now with 7 laps to go. That was last time by at the line. It's going to mix them up this time when they come by because they will see just 6 laps remaining. Here comes the 007 of Bachman. He's now come to life. 1 car slow. Looks like the 99 of Sharp will be able to get off the speedway. We're stay green. It'll be high 5 this time at the flag stand. It'll be 5 more times around. Lavere trying to hold on to a podium spot, but Bachman would like to come in and spoil the parade here. How about Guerin? He is up now 12 spots, 13 spots into that 5th position. Caution, lights are on. Looks like the 17 of Billings, his night went from bad to okay to over. The 17 of Billings will pull it to the infield, and it will be a night-ending wreck for the number 17. Take a look. Dean Reynolds had some issues. Neff drove it in, gave him a little tap, and then nowhere to go. There was Clump coming. Harold had some hard contact and it back to 17 into the outside wall in turn 4. Riding on board here with the 17 of Billings. Watch this wall. Oh! A good lick there for the 17 of Billings. Clump, Billings, and the 41 of Neff all involved in that one. Call it 3 cars. 1 car is going to call it a night. That's the 17. A couple drivers have called it a night here tonight. It looks like the 51 of Christopherson, Billings, Sharp, Roselli had some transponder issues. I believe his internet may have gone out. Rob Lowell and Mike Stryker. So they will all finish towards the bottom of the list here tonight. Unfortunate for them. We want to see all these drivers have a good run, and, well, a lot of them were having good runs before they unfortunately had a little bit of mishaps, a little bit of bad luck, if you will. See if the lights go out this time. They do. We should go single file. Under 10 laps to go here tonight. Volusia, we go single file per the rule book. Exactly what Giroux wanted to see there. So it's Giroux, Banks, Bachman, Lavere, Guerin, Barber, Lackey, Lattisaur, Reynolds, and Wentz, the top 10. Double digits for 3 of the drivers here in positions gained in our feature. If Trevor Giroux can pick up his, what would be his 3rd victory if he can. It's not the white flag. Put 3 laps back on the board for us, race fans. How about that? Give us 3 laps to race this one out. Giroux out front, and a great start as he'll lead them down the back straight away. Throw him up, toss him up. It'll be 2 more times around. Giroux, Banks, Bachman, and Lavere. Here comes Guerin trying to get that final podium spot. Right now, the agent of Bachman has picked it up, and he put it down. There you see him. He's running P3, trying to pull away from C.J. Lavere. White silk into the air. Can it be a night here for Trevor Giroux? Giroux came in tied with Chad Lackey, and he is going to leave Volusia as the point championship leader. Trevor Giroux picks up another one. It'll be Giroux Banks, Bachman, LeVere, Guerin, Barber, Lackey, Reynolds, York, and Sharp, your unofficial top 10 drivers here. There's your race winner, the Full Throttle Motorsports number 75T of Trevor Giroux. So as Giroux will pull down to the front straightaway, Banks and Bachman will join him. We'll talk to those three drivers, race fans, in just a couple of moments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here to Volusia to talk to your G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series podium finishers.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to Volusia Race Fan. 35 laps of hard modified racing action in the books. These drivers, well, it's February and they race like it, that's for sure. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, you're about to find out because you're going to hear it from these top three drivers here tonight. Trevor Giroux in victory lane with Banks and Bachman rounding out the podium. What do you say we start with the driver that's finished P number 3 here tonight? How about it, Sam? A good 007 entry, but you really had to fight for this one towards the end.
Oh yeah, it was the car felt pretty good all race long. Just seemed like that bottom middle lane kind of came alive last 10 laps, and I was telling Trevor about how good it was, and he kept running it, and it was pretty quick, and kind of how I got up there, I guess you could really say. I mean, it's a tough group of guys here, so it's always fun when you can get a top 3.
You got the third with 2 laps to go. Were you hoping to see a caution flag come out that maybe you could kind of snooker your way past the 2 Canadians ahead of you?
I think it would have probably been pretty hard to pass them. They were pretty quick. So, yeah, caution may have helped. Something could have dramatically happened, but I felt like it probably would have been pretty hard.
Well, nonetheless, though, a third-place finish in the return for the series back to racing competition here this year. It's got to feel pretty good because, well, we're running out of races. You're already a champion with the series. You know how to get it done. You come in 41 points behind Lackey and Giroux. You're going to lose a couple points here, but you're going to still find yourself third, leaving. What do you need in these final 5 races to maybe put yourself in the contention for that championship?
Just maybe a little luck on my side. Maybe a couple wins, obviously, would definitely help. Haven't won a race all season, which is a little weird from last year, but it's all right. Still having fun. But yeah, just maybe a couple wins and some luck. It's gonna be pretty hard to beat Trevor and Chad.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job out there. I can tell you better than Dean Reynolds. Don't tell him I said that. But hey, before we let you go, on the side of this car, it's looking good because it's a brand new wrap from what I've ever seen you drive. So who do you got to thank that's on the quarter panels?
Oh, the boys over at FTM. Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop. He really works hard on the dig for us. Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series. Expert Installation. Vertex Graphics. Obviously, you, Roger, for doing the broadcast. And G Motors.
There you heard it. Sam Bachman here tonight, working that, well, all the magic he had for a third place finish. He picks up 2. He'll finish P number 3. Driver, though, that, well, led some laps here tonight. It looked like you were going to have this one, Rylan. And then all of a sudden, Trevor Giroux came up and found a groove.
Yeah, next thing I knew, Trevor was there. And I was upset. I knew he had it. He had the speed.
Where was the speed of this number 76, and how did it go away for that 75T to get around you?
Well, honestly, at the start, I think I had the line. I just forgot to stick with it as we went on. After that first restart, I managed to secure myself second, running the bottom, so I stuck to it. Kadlaki went high, and it just, the bottom was there. I managed to get by him. I think I did run him out of room, though, a bit on the coming out of turn 4, and I feel bad about that. I messed him up. But yeah, like the bottom seemed to be quickest. I thought as the laps were counting down, middle was getting a bit faster, and maybe top side, and then we had that restart, and I tried that line and just watched Trevor walk right by me down there. So I tried to get back there as soon as I could.
This track here tonight looked pretty racy. I don't know if you had any signal callers out there, but behind you guys, this was 3-4 wide. Do you think if you got that late race caution, you would have been able to find one of those grooves that everybody else was using to take that race lead back?
Well, even on the last caution there, before the end, I was running the bottom, but I was trying to run a bit lower than Trevor, and I got a bit of a run on him, and then I think it was like 3 to go. And then I messed up my entry, and the gap went away. He started to lead me again. So I don't know. I think if maybe I had executed a bit better on the bottom, those final laps, I could have had a chance, but he did a great job, and props to him.
Well, what do you think about this? If, tonight's not the night here at Volusia. Last time we were at Knoxville, something special happened. How do you feel about headed back to the cornfields in, well, Iowa?
Well, and last time we were here, I said I wasn't too excited to go there, but I feel like that's changed now. I'm just going to hope for a good qualifying and just hopefully a clean heat race, set me up nice for the feature, and we'll just count the laps away and see where we go.
Well, start at 35 when we get to the feature time next week, and by the time you get down to 1, hope you're in that number 1 position. So, Rylan, before we let you go here tonight, who do you got to thank that's not the Canadian hockey team?
Oh, too soon.
I had to stick one in there somewhere.
Yeah, you did. Thank G-Stone Motors, Joey Laddister with Mr. Radiator, BG Graphics, the Super Dirt Car Series. I want to thank you, Roger, for being here with us, putting up with us. I thank my family for watching. I know my cousin Malcolm's watching on a plane right now, so shout out for him. My girlfriend Madeline, she always watches when she can. And then all the guys, the Canadian boys, we stick together, we practice, we share information. It's a good group of us, and I thank them for how much I've learned from them. And then my sponsors, I'll thank Gator Tough, Lens Cove, Snap-on, Galley, Billings Motorsports, and Vertex Graphics for hooking me up with the wrap.
Always part of that Canadian Invasion posse that stick together just like the Canadian hockey teams, who will finish P number 2 here tonight for Ryland Banks. I'm not going to let him get away with it, race fans, but hey, it's all fun and love, right? Just like this driver. It's all fun for Trevor Giroux because, well, not only do you leave here tonight, Trevor, as the race winner, you're going to walk away with command of the points championship. How does that feel?
Oh man, it feels pretty good. It's been a battle all season, kind of with just, I think it's pretty much just been Chad. So it's been a fun battle, and kind of just inched my way closer, and just being consistent, and then obviously he kind of had some tough luck at Charlotte there before our break, and that kind of helped, obviously. But definitely happy to get the win tonight and get the points lead, and keep on duking it out with Chad. Obviously, a great friend, so it's gonna be fun.
Early in this one, it looked like it was going to come down to yourself and Lackey and Banks, everybody up there towards the front. Were you worried? Did you know the points coming into the night and who you were racing?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been checking it after every race, and it doesn't really change for me, obviously, especially when you're racing. If you're tied with, Chad in my situation, obviously Chad's a good friend, so I'm not gonna change what I do or anything like that to benefit me in the point situation. I'm just gonna go in and keep doing what I'm doing and be consistent. Obviously, I knew it was Chad, and then I think Sam's right in there too. So obviously finished ahead of those guys, so that's huge for us. And but like I said, it's kind of just trying to be consistent, and I think we got 4 or 5 more races, something like that. So I mean, just gotta stay consistent and be there at the end. That's when it's gonna matter.
You talk about the races coming up. We go to Knoxville, Lanier, Volusia. We come right back here, right? We go to Charlotte and then Oswego for 100 laps.
Oh man, I'm not a fan of Knoxville. Definitely not my strong suit track, but kind of just all comes down to consistency for me again. I mean, there's been leagues where I've won a championship in and I didn't win a single race, so it just comes down to podiums and second place finishes, top 5s, and if I can, even if it's a track I don't like Knoxville, just sneak into the top 5, even top 10, just a half decent night will be all right. Just winning tonight kind of helps get a little bit of a cushion. I'm not sure how big it'll be, probably nothing too crazy, but just a nice little lead, a little bit of room for a 6th or 7th place in there somewhere. Just got to finish the races.
That's what they always tell me. You gotta finish to be in it, right? Well, hey, a great run for you here tonight, Trevor. What do you say we roll the red carpet out? It's freshly done. Dean said don't get it dirty. So roll the red carpet out. The microphone is yours. Who do you got to thank for another great win, parking the number 75T in Victory Lane?
Well, I'm going to apologize to Dean right off the bat because that thing's full of Busch Light now after the Victory Lane celebration. So sorry about that red carpet there, Dino. But yeah, just got to thank all the Canadian guys, man. It's a good group. I love racing with these guys. I mean, Rylan was on rails tonight. I just kind of didn't want to get away from my line and managed to get by. But shout out Rylan, Matt, Chad, Shane, all those guys, man. Great runs for all of them. Shout out to Sam, my teammate, all the guys at FTM. Good runs for us tonight, and all of the 802 sponsors. I actually had the chance to meet Justin Stone at Volusia a couple weeks ago, so that was really cool. Shout out to him. Shout out to all the sponsors that make this stuff happen. We really appreciate it. This is my first season here, and it's been nothing but awesome. So really looking forward to spending a long time in this league and having a good time. So shout out everyone behind the scenes. You, Roger, for the broadcast. Speedy Fast Designs for the wrap tonight. Dean Reynolds with the Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation. RSN Trackside. I'm always forgetting people, but yeah, give a shout out to, I got a couple of my uncles and a cousin watching, so shout out to my cousin Steve, my uncle Dan, and my uncle Palo. So shout out you guys for watching. Pretty cool to be in Victory Lane with them watching.
There you have it. Tonight's winner picking up his 3rd win of the season. The number 75T, that'll be Trevor Giroux. Giroux going to Victory Lane here tonight. So a good run by him. Ryland Banks, Sam Bachman rounds out the podium. CJ LeVere had a really good run, plus 10 for him at the end of tonight's feature. It'll be 4th, though. Brandon Guerin picking up 13 spots. He is the Mr. Radiator's biggest mover and shaker here tonight at the dance. So congratulations to the 0-4 out there. So with those drivers being the top 5, 6th was Matt Barber. Lackey fell back to 7th late. Reynolds was 8th. York was 9th. And Sharp was 10th. That's your unofficial top 10 here tonight as we get ready to leave Volusia. Where do we go next? Well, we head to the Knoxville Raceway. They call it the sprint car capital of the world, but you and I, race fans, we all know better than that. Well, you put dirt on it, it's meant for modifieds, that is for sure. So we will head to Knoxville just 1 week from now. But before we go, you heard it from those drivers, man. If it wasn't for everybody over at G-Stow Motors, everybody over at Admin Box, Expert Installation, Mr. Radiator's Auto Service, Super Dirt Car Series, BG Graphics, High Side Promotions, without them, we wouldn't be here, race fans. So make sure you go over to all their social media pages, and how about we just spam them? Hit the like button, go like all their posts, let them know that we really appreciate them and their continued support here for the 802 series on dirt on a Tuesday night. And of course, race fans, we really appreciate y'all for tuning in here, back here on, well, going forward, we're here till March 31st. Every Tuesday night, dirt racing action with some of the best 358 modified drivers on iRacing.com. So for everybody over at G-Stow Motors, everybody with the 802 series, and from all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, my name is Roger Muth, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and we hope you all stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.
I'm Jake McDonough, one of the co-owners of Woodware. I work with Drew and my dad Brian, and we've been here for a long time. We have a great relationship with G-Stow Motors. They've always taken great care of us. I remember when I was a kid riding in G-Stone box trucks. The G-Stone service department has been great. They get us back on the road as soon as we need. If we don't have our vehicles, we're not doing business, and so they always make sure that we're able to operate at our highest level. It's been a great relationship.
G-Stow Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.